and this is Fully Well Vision, and today we are here with Mr. Ni8. Mr. Ni8, would you like to let the people know what it is you do?
What's up, y'all? My name is Nair, and I am a creator. I am the creator of Stocked Up.
What does stocked up really mean to you beyond clothing? What lifestyle or mindset are you trying to build?
Um, what does Stocked Up mean to me behind beyond clothing? So Stocked Up means elevating within yourself. For me personally, I feel like before I started Stocked Up, I really didn't have nothing going for myself. So for where I'm at now versus where I was before, I am stocked up. But it gets deeper than that because I feel like now where I'm at, I feel like I want to dig a little bit deeper to like getting to know my actual self because I feel like we get to places or we feel like I feel like a lot of people just go through phases where as though they still learning themselves, and that's where I'm at right now, just trying to like dig a little bit deeper of elevating within myself. So that's what stocked up means beyond the clothing. And what's the other question?
What lifestyle or mindset are you trying to build?
The lifestyle mindset I'm trying to build is just creating that world of elevating. Not about where you at, but about where you going and just trying to set myself around people who trying to go take life to another level and not just take what was given to you, but actually take getting to where you want to go.
It's like a learning
Yep.
stage. When people wear your brand, what do you want them to feel or represent without even speaking?
I want them to represent the gritty, the grind, and just going up and not taking what was given to them, but taking what they want to do with their life.
Was there a moment where you realized this wasn't just a brand, but something bigger?
Um, Once I realized it was possible, um, I realized it was bigger than where we came from and what it was for real.
So they shocked, like you were surprised where the brand had
Hold,
come.
re-say that question one more time.
When people wear your brand, what do you want them to feel or represent without even speaking?
Yeah, I want them to represent the gritty, the grind, and just not giving up and making this world is theirs and kind of just doing whatever they want no matter what.
The other question, was there a moment where you realized this wasn't just a brand, but something bigger?
I realized that it was bigger than clothing when it just got me through my everyday life. I realized it was bigger than clothing. I realized that um where I started and where I'm at now, it kind of motivated the next to know that anything is possible for real, for real. Because who would have thought 10 years later that stocked up would still be going? Who would have thought 10 years later I wouldn't even be working a job, bro? I never had none of these things like lined up to even know where I was going to be at. So to just see where I'm at now and where I came from, yeah, I just feel like it's way more to clothing and um the message that I kind of want people to take in when they see us from where we at to where we was to where we at now, and is that anything is possible. It ain't really always about worried about the next, but I feel like we all got a world that we could take care of, and we all got an audience of people that's in front of us that's waiting for you to make your next move. Take care of them people. It's not about the negatives, it's about the positives. So don't worry about the people that's not paying you any mind, and worry about the people that's kind of in your face and make sure that you taking care of them.
Just basically follow your dreams.
Yep.
What did you have to stop doing in your life to become successful with your brand?
I had to stop taking drugs.
How do you stay focused when things aren't selling or going how you planned?
How do I stay focused? The focus, if it's not going, is so I feel like I make kind of try to make it easier on myself, so I don't have to go through things like that. Um, Being as though like most of the pieces that I kind of dish out, they have a meaning. Um, when I feel like it's not selling or I feel like it's not going, I just try to dig a little bit deeper and trying to explain this meaning to my audience.
How do you decide what jobs are worth investing in versus an idea you let go?
So my whole blueprint now that I learned something, just doing business long in the clothing world. we all got them pieces, or we all got a few things that your audience will forever love. Um, as long as you fueling that one piece and working, and if you, as long as you fueling that one piece, everything else is extra. So as long as I'm fueling that piece and just throwing darts at the board, I really can't go wrong. And another thing is, I just try to stay focused on the things that I dropped in the past and try to work off of that, and just make sure I'm filling in the blanks with everyday lifestyle things like jeans, sweatsuits, and making sure my people have things that they could just pull up and just go, if that makes sense.
It does, yeah.
Okay.
Where did you get the idea for making clothes?
Um, so growing up around my homies and them, I feel like they always was able to like sell weed and stuff like that. I never really was able to sell weed and be successful with it, I would say. So it just came to a point in my life where I felt like I wasn't doing enough and I ain't really have no real like things I was putting my mind to. So I started thinking like, what do I put my mind to the most? It might don't make me money right now, but maybe I could figure out a way that it makes sense in the long run. And it always been close. I always wanted to get fly. I always wanted to
Have that
yeah,
fashion.
yeah, yeah, and not look like the next. So I kind of started making my own clothes from a direction of not looking like the rest. And as me and my friends was wearing these clothes, I feel like we kind of made it cool because it was something cool that nobody else ain't had, and we just like praising it. And it just became one of them things where people just always ask us where we got it from, and it became a thing that we just start selling. And yeah, and throughout when we start selling it at first, I always just used to tell my homies like, yeah, like the meaning to us at the moment wasn't like a real meaning, but I feel like as time went on, we just seen like the reactions of people, and I always told my homies in them we gotta have a meaning. They just can't be like stocked
Yeah,
up.
just
Like, what are we
anything.
talking about? Yeah, like what are we screaming about? Like we just gotta make it more depth than yeah. So, I ain't gonna lie, I don't remember the question. I was just talking. Oh, say the question one more time. My bad.
What made you get the idea for making
Oh,
clothes?
oh, oh! What made me get the idea? All right, the idea was literally me trying to figure out who I was, what Nair wants to do. I was surrounded around a bunch of people. I would say like my friends. I was surrounded by my friends, but my friends wasn't super on the timing that I would be on. They was on their timing, and I feel like I was tagging along. And as I was tagging along, I was getting inspired from what they was doing, but not like trying to not getting inspired in a way of I should do what they doing. I got inspired to figure out Nair. The things that they was doing, it just made me look at myself like, what am I doing with myself? So it just made me dig deeper with who I am, what I do, what I'm interested in, and make it something that I could live my life doing. And it became clothes because I always just put my mind to clothes. Even when I didn't have no money, I made sure I got some clothes some way, somehow. So yeah, I would say my friends inspired me to just want to be more than who I was at one point, just from the way that they was moving and the things that they was doing. I feel like my friends and them always was able to get money, and they just pushed me to like just get on my stuff and figure out what I'm going to do with myself.
Yeah, like not just get money, but doing what you love to
Yeah,
do.
yep. In a cool way also, because I feel like with them, they might have been in the streets and doing things negatively, but I feel like they found a way to make it look good, if that makes sense. And that was my whole thing. Like, yeah, I could do it, but how we gonna make this joint look good?
What's something about running a clothing brand that people think is easy, but is actually the hardest part?
Building a team.
Building a team. Why is that?
Um, First and foremost, I feel like you get a lot of like. First and foremost, I feel like when people from the outside looking in, they always only see the joy of it. They only see like the good things. They don't see the bad. So I feel like once they coming into like your circle, they kind of like don't understand what's going on, and they just only see the goods. So it'd be super disconnect on that of people kind of understanding the long run versus like the beauty of it. So yeah, I feel like that's the biggest thing. Like people not understanding the grit, the grind, and the hustle of it, and only seeing the pride and the joy and the things that we could just kind of brag about. So I feel like that's the biggest disconnect for real, for real. People not really wanting to work, but just wanting to be around to like benefit the reap to benefit off the good of stocked up.
If someone copied your designs today, what would still make your brand impossible to compete with?
If somebody was to copy our brand today, I feel like our brand way more than clothes, so I feel like they got a whole lot of catching up to do.
Can you tell me about a time you lost money or took a risk that didn't work? What did you learn from it?
Um, with being an entrepreneur, one thing you cannot forget is that the cycle never ends. So you always gonna be in that same cycle of putting your money up, being broke, get your money back. Might be broke for a day or two, but you might be rich the next 2 days after that. So it's the same cycle. It don't never end. So you just gotta get used to that cycle. That's all.
Yeah, like a roller coaster.
Yep. And you
What?
gotta. I feel like a lot of things that trick people out of the roller coaster ride is that they forget the last ride. So if
Yeah,
you remember the last ride, the roller coaster ride from going up and going down, I feel like it's just going. You always gonna know that you ain't tripping because I feel like it'd be one of them situations. Whereas though when you about to put all the bread up, you feel like you tripping, but not forgetting, but forgetting the grind. Like the grind is the roller coaster ride. That's just what it's about.
yeah. What mistake do most new clothing brand owners make that you think you avoided or had to learn the hard way?
Um, Copying trends. So it's cool to do a trend, but I feel like some people just try to copy the whole you know what I mean. And I feel like the best thing about my brand is that we got our own identity. So it's like we never gonna be in one of them loops is like a competition. It's just gonna be stocked up. Stocked up is in his own race. That's all.
Like in his own path?
Yep.
How do you build hype without always relying on social media trends?
How do you build hype? I feel like you build hype through great marketing. You can use people sometimes, but I try to use the creativity to build the hype for the most part. I feel like all my friends is players, so I feel like that's always a given. But I try to give creativity to like build the hype around my brand for the most part.
What matters more to you? Quality of the product or the story behind it and why?
Hmm. I feel like they go hand in hand, low key, cause um I feel like building with any brand or supporting anybody is trial and error in it. And I feel like as much trial and error I've been through and to still see people supporting me, not saying like it's like purposely been done, but just seeing like how people support you through the bads and the goods. And sometimes like when we first started, our product wasn't that good, but I feel like we was able to tell a story for people to still rock with us. So I would say honestly, storytelling is over quality, but I feel like quality is like a time thing. Like I feel like when you first start, your quality ain't gonna be the best, but through time you could get better with it. So I would say storytelling. I would take storytelling over quality at the moment. I mean, I would take that first for sure, because I feel like when you got people that's rocking with you, they're gonna go through them trials and tribulations with you.
Yeah. What makes someone loyal to a brand like yours instead of just buying once?
Um, Reposting, showing up to events. I ain't gonna lie, spending money ain't really like the only support for me personally, because I feel like I don't really try to force people to buy in all the time because I feel like everybody ain't always got bread. So I feel like if a person could always just show up for me, I ain't gonna lie. Support to me is calling me, asking me if I'm cool, yo, because I
Yeah.
feel like I don't get that a lot. So
Barely,
calling
yeah,
me,
people barely get that.
yeah. So calling me on a personal tip and just asking me if I'm cool, how I'm doing, that's support to me personally. But for my brand, I just feel like just showing up. It's not really about the dollar. It's all about the just showing up part. Like even like reposting or liking something on Instagram, that's cool enough for me.
If you were 11 years old, again starting, stocked up, what would you do first with no money?
I would make a piece and wear it.
Draw it, print it out.
Mm-hmm.
What should kids my age start learning now if we want to own brands like yours one day?
It's way more than just the clothing that you selling to the folks. It get way more depth than that. I would just say, yeah, it's not just about the clothing when it comes to clothing brands.
Do you think young people today focus too much on looking successful instead of building something real?
Yes, I do think that. Yeah, I definitely do think that. I feel like people be chasing a fantasy that's not theirs, and yeah, I feel like the best thing to do and be is yourself. You don't get no better than
What's the part of success nobody warned you about?
that. I feel like before I never knew success was within. You probably don't even know what I'm saying.
Yeah, break it down. Break it down.
So basically, like I feel like what you just said. What was your question again?
What's the part of success nobody warned you about?
I feel like when you young and like when you think of success, I feel like you feel like it's a thing that somebody gives to you, but it's a thing that you give yourself. Nobody can give you success. You give it
Oh,
to yourself. It's like a self thing. Like
yeah.
success is something that you label a success. Nobody else can't label success for you. That's all.
Have you ever felt like quitting, and what made you keep going anyway?
Every day. It's like no, not every day, but it do get like that.
Like you don't feel like it.
Yeah, I would just think about everything I've done in the past and kind of think about them days when I do be like traveling and stuff and I get like text messages or text on the gram of people just saying like, dang, bro, I love what you're doing. Be living through you, keep going, be rooting for you. That's things right there that just keep me going for real,
Motivate
for real.
messages.
Yep. Just from random people too.
What kind of people can survive in this business?
What kind of people can?
What kind of people can't?
Can't. Um, Quitters ain't gonna never be able to survive in this world.
Yeah. What do you want people to say about your brand 10 years from now?
10 years from now, I want people to say about stocked up. They got me through. They got me through. I want them to just be like, they got me through my hard times. Cause I just want my brand to just be that outlet of feeling good, living good, being who you want to be, and people just accepting you for who you are.
Yeah, not just for the money.
Yep.
What do you want people? Oh, is your goal to build a popular brand or a lasting legacy? And what's the difference to you?
A lasting legacy for sure, for sure. The difference to me is just getting a quick check versus actually like making an impact in my neighborhood and where I come from through my success. That's my longevity.
Who are you building this for besides yourself?
Um, I'm building this for the younger Nair, like other people that's out there like me. Um, the kid that's kind of the outcast around the environment that we grew up, that we kind of was like forced to be around. I'm building this for that kid to just feel comfortable and don't feel like he's out of place and not feel like he has to be around he has to be like the friends that he grew up around and kind of just finding people who's somewhat like him and his friends accepting that and kind of like pushing him to be more of himself. That's what I'm doing that for. The kid like that.
I think the clothing designers needed to hear that. Thank you so much for spending the time to speak with me. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, bro. This is a good joint too.
This is Raw Vision with Tyler, your host, proving age doesn't limit vision. Stay focused, stay creative, and keep seeing the world differently. Peace.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Nair from Stocked Up, and we here at Raw Vision. We got the vision, and that joint super raw. Keep going up like a rocket, man. The only way is up. Stay tuned. You can follow us at Stockedup15, STOCKEDUP15. see us there, or you can shop with us online at stockedup.store. Keep going up like a rocket.